at least for us, is the umbilical cord that attaches the baby to the mother. So using that infinite cord as a kind of a theme to link in the forms of motherhood that we're dealing with, could be the cosmic or the mythological or even the earth as such.
Especially a production like this, it's a music has to be created afresh.
Welcome to NMACC Culture Conversations. How beautiful. On the 9th of May, we celebrate motherhood, and Janani, celebrating motherhood day 1, has Bharatanatyam by the great Indira Kadambiji and Odissi by Sujata Mahapatraji. This is at the Studio Theatre. 8 p.m. is showtime. It's a 2-hour duration show. The first part of it is the Bharatanatyam, and the second part of it is the Odissi. And these are two of India's most revered classical dance forms, and they come together in a luminous celebration of motherhood. Unfortunately, Indiraji can't be with us. She is busy, but we're very proud to be joined by TV Ramprasadh ji, a Carnatic stalwart whose resonant voice and artistic mastery add a profound sonic dimension to any performance. Hi, sir. How are you? Wonderful to have you.
Hi, Hrishi. I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me here.
Wonderful. We also have Vishnu, an award-winning composer and inventor of the Navtar, a groundbreaking 9-string instrument that blends Carnatic microtonality with the harmonic richness of jazz. Hi, thank you for joining us, Vishnu. How are you?
Doing very well, Hrishi. Looking forward to speaking today and looking forward to the performance as well.
And Indiraji's dynamic disciple, a rising star known for her graceful stage presence and powerful expression in Nrit and Abhinay. That is Dr. Ramya Suresh. Dr. Ramya, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Rishi. Thank you so much for having me here today.
I'm going to start with the Bharatanatyam of it all. I believe you have broken this up into 4 very powerful segments. So, Dr. Ramya, if you could take us through.
So, we're titling this Matra, the infinite chord, and actually we're dividing it into 3 segments. So we're dealing with motherhood, from the cosmic aspect, the cosmic mother, and the second segment deals with the mythological mother, and then we go into the earthly expressions of motherhood.
So a little note here says, Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic womb, eternal embrace, the unconditional love of a mother, tangled strands, the complexity, conflict, and resilience of motherhood, and Mother Earth, the boundless nurturing spirit that sustains life. That's wonderful. Ramprasadh ji, my question to you is, this is such a beautiful thing to have a family performing together. And you are so in sync with each other that I would like to be a fly on the wall when rehearsals happen. So talk to us about that, a family performing together.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice experience because right from the ideation, we all sort of get into the act right from there, trying to contribute. And especially a production like this, music has to be created afresh. So we rely quite a lot. Vishnu and me rely on the dancers, that is Indra and Ramya, to come up with a theme and sort of consolidate what they want to do, and then we think about the music. So it's a very enriching experience right from the starting. And yes, the rehearsals are quite good, though there are sometimes sparks flying in here and there. But I think overall it's a very enriching experience. It's been good by God's grace.
Lovely. Vishnu, I'd like you to talk about your wonderful instrument, the Navtar. Let's start with that before we go into the performance aspect.
Sure. The Navtar is the result, the culmination of many years of research into how one can bring together 2 very distinct styles that I love very much. Both the traditional Indian classical music that I come from, the raga music, understanding how gamakas are constructed, the microtonality involved in that, as well as bridging that with harmonic traditions, the Western traditions as well, because I grew up studying Western classical music, jazz, rock, and I think the eternal quest has always been how to bridge these traditions in the most nuanced and authentic way. And that led me to create and design this instrument, the Navtar. And the name comes from the Sanskrit root, Nav, meaning nine. So it's a 9-string instrument. And it is the first instrument of its kind that combines a fretless section with a fretted section, meaning that think of it as bridging 3 instruments like sarod, sitar, and guitar. Additionally, it also has 12 sympathetic harp strings. So, and I also just got my patent as well this year. So it's been an incredibly enriching journey, discovering music through a completely new lens. Through this instrument, it is going to continue to be a lifetime's work, but I'm very, very grateful to have audiences across the world be a part of this journey and appreciate the music that comes out of this instrument.
Lovely. Dr. Ramya, now the idea of any dance drama or a ballet in the modern era, especially with Bharatanatyam, which is such an ancient dance form, is to try and take all that is mythological and weave it with a contemporary narrative. Talk a little bit about the choreography and how you've tried to seamlessly do that. I mean, this is your Guruji, Indiraji. So it'll be nice for us to know the thought behind the choreography, the emotional arc of the choreography.
Right. Even when we decided to choose, right, a motherhood, matra, and weave in the mythological aspects into it, she's known for her creativity and abstract thought process and somehow weaving it all together. That's where the entire essence of motherhood, at least for us, is the umbilical cord that attaches the baby to the mother. So using that infinite cord as a kind of a theme to link in the forms of motherhood that we're dealing with, could be the cosmic or the mythological or even the earth as such, that ultimately there is one cord that runs common through the segments, through the mother, whether it is the care by the cosmic mother, Adi Parashakti, that is given to the beings, or it's the same love that goes from a mother to their own child, and it's the same love that is there from Mother Earth to its beings on the planet as well. So even when we deal with this choreographically, we try to keep that chord concept running through and establishing it in between consistently, either through the choreography or voiceovers or some visuals, however it goes on.
Yeah, and I think the most exciting thing about a production like this is we need to keep it very, very strongly relevant to contemporary audiences, and especially, a state-of-the-art theater like NMACC. We are very, very, honored to be presenting this novel, one-of-a-kind production for NMACC. And that brings to question how we, make it relevant to contemporary times as well. We have taken some traditional compositions that are also very popular, but the choreography depicts motherhood in various facets. For example, how it would have been years back versus how the modern challenges the modern mother may face, and also from different perspectives. So I think this makes it very interesting, and I think more than anything we are really looking forward to exploring this theme in depth on that day, with the audience being a part of that experience.
Wonderful. Ramprasadh ji, vocalists and musicians, instrumentalists always look at a space when they come in, and they want to know acoustically how their voice is going to sound. Because the show is called NMACC Culture Conversations, we'd like to know, I know that, Vishnu's performed there a couple of times. Have you performed there before, especially the studio theater, which is a very intimate setting? And your thoughts on the NMACC and the theater piece?
I've heard so much about NMACC. I have personally not had the opportunity of performing after it is opened. But I'm definitely looking forward, because not just Vishnu, but a lot of my other artist friends who have performed there have told me that acoustically it's one of the top theaters, compares to the top theaters in the world. So, and the equipment there, the technicians there, the ambience, I was told it's great. So I'm definitely, as a musician, I'm looking forward to just experiencing sound there, pure sound there.
Nice. Vishnu, I'm going to come back to you. I'm a little envious of all your wonderful collaborations. I had the good fortune of being at a Snarky Puppy concert in Bombay. They played by the Bay, a beautiful venue, and there's a packed house. And Bill Laurance and Snarky Puppy just turned on the heat. And you've collaborated with them. Also, a lot of my playlists contain music from Angelique Kidjo, some wonderful international collaborations, and Ani, who's director Anirudh Ravichandar. I mean, we've had the good fortune of him coming to Bombay to our studios and doing regular interviews with us. Wonderful bloke. So talk to me about these collaborations. Maybe we can start with Snarky Puppy, then go to Angelique, and then eventually round up with Anirudh.
Sure, Rishi. I think these have definitely been very milestone, special collaborations in my journey. Also, to clarify and throw light on the collaboration, I have collaborated specifically with Michael League and Bill Laurance, who produced my track Moksha, along with the virtuous Varijashri Venugopal, who is a dear friend and collaborator of mine. But how this came to be was through a Swiss-based non-profit called Beyond Music. I urge all musicians and even connoisseurs to check this platform out. Beyond Music is an invite-only kind of a platform that brings in very serious professional artists from across the world in an effort to produce groundbreaking music collaborations. Every year or 2 years they produce an album that is produced by the top cats in the industry, and the album is usually based on a theme, and the theme that I'm very happy that a couple of my compositions won the best composition award at the Beyond Music international project. And the first year with Michael and Bill, my track Moksha won the award and was produced by them. It was a great experience, chatting with them about music. It was amazing how they, brought in the string section, the orchestra from Spain to, come on there. Michael played bass and, synth, and it really transformed the track. That was a very memorable collaboration. The second one, Angelique Kidjo, was for Beyond Music this year. It won Beyond Music's award this year. Sim Chezo it's an Indian and African collaboration, Indo-African and Swiss-based collaboration. And this year's theme was social change, and Angelique Kidjo was at the top, on the jury, the panel. She was one of the people who made the statement and brought out this track. And very, very inspiring to know, and I'm just inspired by that energy she has, still. And finally, I think Anirudh Ravichandar was quite a while back. This was 2017, 2018. This was before I moved to Bangalore. When I was in Chennai, I was playing for Tamil films, and Anirudh had just come out with this movie called Man Karate. And my dear friend Anant Krishnan, who's a wonderful violinist, invited me to be a part of this track with Anirudh, and you can listen to some of the tracks online. So it's been a great journey collaborating with these incredible artists and human beings.
And Dr. Ramya, how do you manage to juggle your medical career with your Bharatanatyam performances? It couldn't be easy to do.
Definitely not. It is not easy, but I've been fortunate in my medical field that I kind of have a 9 to 4 job. So I get my evenings to do my dance, and also my faculty, my head, my department as such, they're very, very supportive, and in fact they love the fact that I'm a dancer who's actively pursuing that as well. So they encourage me, and even if I want to take off for a few days, they really, really support me. So that enables me to give time and give my concentration and 100% to dance as well once I'm back home, because I know I'm getting the support from the other end. And here it's no less, the entire family is a family of artists, so they absolutely love it when I come home for classes or dance, or when we work together and we put some really nice content up, and each of us contribute in ways. And for them it's they also find it very interesting that I'm able to go morning to the hospital and then come back and do this. Yeah, it is a challenge because they're both professions that require, what do I say, they're both deep professions. You've got to invest a lot of time, and they take up, in fact, their individual careers itself is like so demanding. They're both demanding individually. So to do it both simultaneously, yes, it's been a great experience, great learning, and I think lots more to learn in both.
I think for me, that is one of the things that I look up to Ramya the most, is how she's able to, do that. Because even doing music, just music, and excelling in that is
The tough one.
have a live example of someone who is actively able to juggle and intellectually penetrate both the subjects is very, 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 inspiring.
Thank you.
Ramprasadh ji, you're such an icon in Carnatic music, almost 5 decades of performing, composing. Now, the concept and choreography for this wonderful performance is Indira Kadambiji. The music composition is you and Vishnu. But my question to you is, we always talk about the accompanies before we sign off. I know that Vishnu is going to be on the Navtar, you're going to be on vocals. If you have any other accompanies, if you could take their names, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, we have two amazing professionals who are going to be with us. One is Pramat Kiran, who is a very senior percussionist from Karnataka, and he's playing worldwide now with musicians, including Grammy award winners. So he's a multi-percussionist, though he's groomed in the traditional Carnatic genre. So basically he will be on multi-percussion, in the sense mridangam, tabla, and some different sounds which we require for this performance. So we're really looking, and he's an amazing musician. The energy which he brings to the stage is great.
And also his
we have
knowledge of sound and production.
amazing person. And we have Raghunandan Ramakrishna, who's a very good flautist, a very versatile flautist in all genres. He's a great recording artist. Also in the classical music scene, he's very respected. So Raghunandan will be joining us on the flute, and so we're really looking forward to working. And also Apeksha Kamath, a very good dancer, very promising dancer who's doing very well for herself. Again, Indira Kadambi's disciple. So she will be wielding the Natuangam, the cymbals for the program. So this will be the sort of ensemble.
Lovely. Vishnu, last question to you. The same one I asked Ramprasadh ji. Your previous experience of performing at the NMACC, how did that go, and what did you think about the overall ambience, and how important the space is for artists?
See, I think NMACC holds a very special place in my heart, because it has highlighted multiple milestone events. I was very, very honored to be a part of its inception. Like at the beginning, opening ceremony of it had multiple events. And one of the gallery spaces that hosted Anita Ambaniji's artifacts and dresses, and I think I'm not sure what space that is. I'm sure Kshamaji can throw some light on that.
So wedding collection.
And I had the pleasure of recording Navtar for that opening. So when people were walking in, they were listening to the sounds of the Navtar with so that was, I think, my start of my association with NMACC. I went on to perform twice there, both at the Cube, one world music performance with Muthu Kumar and Aman Mahajan, wonderful musicians. Second time, a traditional classical, a Carnatic concert. So both of the times, I think what stood out for me was, one, the end-to-end professionalism of being such a big industry standard venue. They have really upheld the top professional standards. Sound wise, magnificent. Like I remember I played with the senior percussionist who said, is that my instrument? I never knew it could sound so good. So we have some great people on sound. I think even this time we have Shane, and we have some wonderful people on lights, and I think it's going to be a really special show, one to remember, memorable. I invite all Mumbai audiences to please come in large numbers. Invite your family and friends, because motherhood is universal. It is celebrated universally, and it's going to be a great way to spend your evening. And thank you very much for having all of us, Hrishi.
Wonderful. He's right. Tickets are something you need to get right away. They're live at Book My Show, the app, or bookmyshow.com, or go to the venue, Nita Ambani Cultural Center, and you will find them at the box office. They're going out very fast because remember, the studio theater is only a 250-seater space. So it's beautiful, it's intimate. It's Janani celebrating motherhood, day 1. 2 parts of it. Indira Kidambiji and is taking over part 1 with a Bharatanatyam, and Sujata Mahapatra with a Odissi in part 2. It's 9th of May, 8 p.m. start time, 2 hours duration. And if you want to catch these incredible artists who are with me over the course of the last hour, then you must come and catch the first part of the performance.
94.3 Radio 1.